Hey everyone. If you don't see my face, that is because for some reason the camera is not working. I don't know why that is. Anyway, hopefully, at least on my end, hopefully on your end it's coming through. Alright. Of course it's for this movie. Do the thing.
Look, not the rings, Randall. Say what you will about Jesus, but leave the rings out of this. I'm gonna kick your.
Alright. Yep. Angry Grant Show, everybody. Angry Grant Show. Okay. Hey, it's me, Grant, the movie and TV guy. Welcome to Raised on Popcorn with Grant, everybody. And today we are talking about a movie. Movies and TV, that's what we do here. And that movie is The Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim. I hope I'm probably butchering that. I apologize. But yeah, that is the movie today. For the one person watching, do you see me right now? Because my camera on my end is being screwy. If you could come into the chat and let me know, I would really appreciate that. Thank you. Um, yeah. So yeah, the Lord of the Rings, the War of the Rohirrim. I think I am saying that correctly, but I'm not sure. Um, is directed by Kenji Kamiyama. I hope I am saying that name correctly. And this is a film, spin-off of sorts of the Lord of the Rings trilogy. It is officially in that canon. It is Peter Jackson serves as an executive producer on the project. And what is the film about? Well, it is set over 100 years before the events of The Hobbit. We follow the story of how Helm's Deep got its name. Oh, you can see me. Thank you, Bitsy Super Kitty. I really appreciate it. For some reason on my end, it's just a black screen. So yeah, this is the story of how Helm's Deep got its name. And it all started because of an incel. Yes. Spoiler alert ahead of time. This movie is we're gonna talk about a lot. So, yeah, this guy wants this woman's hand in marriage. Her father is the head of the Rohan sort of kingdom, and she refuses to marry him. And then his father comes to confront her father, and he literally gives him one punch, kills him instantly. And even though he instigated the fight, the petulant little turd wants a war with her entire kingdom, and from there we just get this repetitive story over and over and over again. These characters who are non-existent and otherwise fuck the plot. Now listen, there's this year we have had a wealth of animated films that have been terrific. Uh, Much appreciated, Bitsy Super Kitty. Thank you. A Memoir of a Snail, Flow, Inside Out 2, The Wild Robot, Look Back. There have been so many great animated films. It's, Transformers 1. It's been hard to keep track of it. Not to say there haven't been some duds. There's been some Gracie and Pedros in there. There's been some Megamind 2s and Moana 2s. But overall, animation this year has been pretty great. Lord of the Wings, Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim, or whatever it is one of the most dull, pointless, stupid, boring, cash grabby movies I've ever seen. This movie is so bad. This movie is so bad. And I mean this sincerely, and I know animators have been going through a lot of shit. I understand this. This movie's badly animated. It looks cheap. Considering this, I saw this movie in Dolby, and it's getting like premium large format blockbuster release like this during the holiday season. This movie looks like shit. The animation is really cheap looking. It looks like a Saturday morning cartoon. The characters are non-existent. It's literally, we know there's no development to her character, even as a female warrior, which that's awesome. I am not one of those guys, like, feminist all the way. That is me. This character is only tough because she wields a sword. You cannot tell me who this person is, what her character is. She's nothing. The her love interest, who isn't really a love interest, the main villain of the story, is a one-dimensional brat. He's not interesting. He's annoying. And guys, this is going to be something I'm going to give you a little bit of disclosure. This has never happened to me in a movie theater. I don't know what happened. About twice during this movie, I gotta give full, for the sake of full disclosure, I drifted off for about 90 seconds twice during the first hour of this movie. I never fall asleep during movies. I got a full 9 the night before. There's no reason I should have fallen asleep. It was in a loud-ass Dolby theater. I drifted off for about 90 seconds, 2 times in this movie. I had to literally adjust my seat up just to keep myself engaged in what was going on. This movie's dull. It's dull to look at. It's dull to listen to. The characters are not interesting. And yeah, of course, Warner Brothers releases this and not Coyote v. Acme. Fuck you, David Zaslav. You piece of shit. Release Coyote versus Acme already. This movie is just... maybe. The only thing I can give this movie is that maybe, as a 10-minute search... learn to talk, Grant. Short subject that would air on Toonami that's like 10 minutes as an in-between like interstitial thing for like the anniversary of Lord of the Rings. Maybe this would work. As a feature film, this does not work at all. It is dull. It's a pointless spinoff, and then in the last 20 minutes, it does the most obvious fucking fan service. It's repetitive. It's like, oh, what's his name? He goes by many names, but we know him as, say it, Gandalf. Dun, 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 dun. Go fuck yourself. This is now, we're going to name this place Helm's Deep. Yeah, get it? Get it? Get it? Because Lord of the Rings exists. You get it? Fuck, man. I'd say it's the most obvious fan service I saw yesterday, but we have another movie today that has even more obvious fan service. But let's just say, look, some people are going to like this movie, some people are not going to like this movie. I hated The Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim. I thought it was boring. I thought it wasn't even good looking, and I will admit, I'm not the hugest fan of the Middle Earth kind of saga, but I have to give credit. Both the Lord of the Rings trilogy and the Hobbit trilogy, I overall enjoyed as movies, because I thought, at the very least, they're interesting to look at. Peter Jackson is a good filmmaker. He knows how to shoot this stuff. He knows how to make the scale of everything feel grand and epic. This movie there's none of that here. It feels like a fan film. It feels like a fan animation, and a bad one, like a fanfic or something. And apparently the only source that this is based on is like a 1-page thing in the appendices of the Lord of the Rings books. It's like 1 page about this battle that happens, and they're building a 2.5-hour movie. Oh, that's another thing. It's 2.5 hours, if I didn't mention that. Just about. Yeah, fuck this movie. I hated this movie. And I'm going to give The Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim, this. Yeah, you see it. Hopefully you can see it. That's it. Yeah, 0 stars, middle finger of kindness. Fuck this movie. Who goes to the movies, especially during the holidays, to just be bored? That's all this is. It's just pure, unadulterated dullness. And I felt myself losing the will to go on watching it. It was just drab and dull and humorless and lifeless and dull and bad. Have I run out of words for the movie sucking? I think I have. So let's move on. So yeah, Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim, 0 stars out of 5, middle finger of kindness. This goes to the book on it. Trailer trash. Let's talk some trailer trash. We've got 2 more reviews in this round. We have 1 more later tonight, so we got to get through these. So yeah, Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim. Trailer trash. Demon Slayer the movie, Infinity Castle. Now we're talking. This looks like fun. I think really this is going to be a trilogy of movies. It's going to be the finale, I believe. Of the Demon Slayer franchise. So that'll be cool. Flight Risk, talked about it, looks okay, I guess. Companion, talked about it, looks good. The Brutalist, we've reviewed it. Comes out limited next week, but we have already reviewed it. We got to see it. I got to see it at Sliff in 35mm, and it's great. The Brutalist. It's one of the best films of the year. And guess what? It's almost 4 hours long, and it was entirely engaging. It shows that you can do it if you're good at what you do. Lilo and Stitch, talked about it, looks good. Dogman, talked about it, looks good. Sonic the Hedgehog 3, talked about it, looks good. We are seeing it next Thursday. Mickey 17, talked about it, looks good. And a Minecraft movie, talked about it, looks good. And was there shawarma? No, there was not. All right, that is it. We will be back right after this for a review of Kraven the Hunter. So yeah, I'll review that. Don't worry, the more Oscar movies are coming at Christmas, I promise. Kraven the Hunter, and then also we'll have a review of the new Netflix thriller Carry On, starring Taron Egerton and Jason Bateman. Later tonight, we have The Man in the White Van, a new thriller starring Brooke Bessinger. And then we also have coming up the rest of the week, we have reviews tomorrow, which will be posted Sunday for Queer. Yes, that is the actual name of the film, the latest from Luca Guadagnino. And the apocalyptic musical The End, directed by Joshua Oppenheimer. As well as on Sunday, we'll have reviews for the documentary Elton John, Never Too Late, and a retro review of White Christmas, which is back in theaters for its 70th anniversary. Wow. And then Monday, we will have a review for Interstellar, which is back in IMAX theaters for its 10th anniversary, and AMC Screen Unseen. And then for the remainder of 2024, we got a bunch of reviews coming. We got Homestead coming up next week, Sonic the Hedgehog 3, as I said, Mufasa the Lion King. Then after Christmas, like the day after Christmas, starting then, we have a whole bonanza. We got Baby Girl coming up. We got Nosferatu coming up. We got A Complete Unknown coming up. The Fire Inside coming up. We also got the horror comedy Bloody Axe Wound and the Indian drama All We Imagine as Light, as well as catch-up movies, and we will have those reviews for that. Christmas in Maria somewhere in there too. Oh, and Christmas Eve in Miller's Point. We also have that coming up. So that's all coming up, and that'll all be next time. And until next time, I'm Grant, the movie and TV guy. I see it all, and I'm happy to share it with you. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Love you all. Class dismissed. I love you 3000. Be kind to one another. If you like this video, give it a like if you want to. Give it a subscribe if you want to. Give it the bell. I don't know what it does. That's what you're supposed to do. So I've been told. Leave a comment, even if it's, hey Grant, I like waffles. It really helps out. And if you want to find me elsewhere, reviews, lists, and other fun stuff, you can find me on all my social media. I'm on literally everything in either Raised on Popcorn with Grant or Raised on Popcorn. Take care of yourself. Take care of your mental health. It's incredibly important. And I want to know down below, what did you think of The Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim? Did you like the movie? Did you hate the movie? Think my opinion's good? Think I'm full of shit? Comment below. Let me know. And until we meet again, we are all raised on popcorn. Big mouth, extra butter. I'll catch you guys next time. View with Drew, right on cue. How's it going, buddy? All right. Take care, everyone. See you around. Bye.